What's up, guys? My name is Manny. Welcome to Reform Nerd, where we find Jesus in everything, especially anime. Now, today I have for you guys what I would call a Vinland hater. I mean, this guy completely just hates, abhors Vinland Saga, and I wanted to share it with you guys, talk about it a little bit, because I don't know, I think he's out of his mind, to be honest. I don't know, maybe he has something against like the Jesus content that's on there, because the stuff that he just talks about, it's so unreasonable. It's crazy.
Vinland Saga is by far one of the most overrated manga of all time. I read this trash years ago before anybody was talking about it, and I dropped it instantly due to it being nothing but a wannabe berserk that fails in every single way.
Now, I don't think I would compare Vinland Saga at all to Berserk. I mean, it's a very different storytelling approach. You know, it takes place in like olden days, if you will. Like, I mean, it takes place like a long time ago, but outside of that, I mean, everything is pretty different. So right off the bat, I'm like, what is this guy talking about?
Every single way you can think of. If you went down a list, how to fail at being a manga, this garbage would tick every single box. It's just that bad. Then somehow this trash actually received an anime adaptation. Something nobody asked for. It immediately flopped. No one besides idiots actually enjoyed it, and it was forgotten about instantly. Like every other trash series that comes out and people act like it's good, then they just forget about it and move on to the next trash. Then out of nowhere I hear, okay, Vinland Saga has received a season 2, and I just lost it, because I'm like, wow, bro, like, it's so crazy how they just be handing garbage manga season 2s and 3s when they don't deserve it. Meanwhile, we have so many more deserving manga that never even get an anime to begin with. And if it did, it damn sure ain't getting no season 2.
So it sounds like the guy didn't like the manga when he read it, and he just kind of assumed that everyone wasn't gonna like the manga. In fact, he says that, oh, you know, everyone forgot about it. I mean, clearly people didn't forget about it because it got an anime adaptation. So I don't know, man, like towards the end of what he was saying there, it sounds to me like he's more butthurt than anything else, because, you know, this anime got an adaptation, and maybe some animes that he really loves that nobody cares about haven't gotten an anime adaptation. So I don't know.
It's just gonna be funny too, watching all of these people that hyped Vinland Saga up. This is peak, this is amazing with the first season, completely hate the second season when Thorfinn turns into his boring father. He was already boring to begin with, but Thorfinn in season 2 and on is literally just copy and paste his father. A boring pacifist. That farm arc was atrocious, and that's what you clowns have to look forward to. Farmland Saga, that garbage farm arc, one of the worst arcs in manga history. Imagine being a Vinland Saga fan in 2023. The manga almost got canceled multiple times. I mean, Kodansha was damn near begging you to buy this manga. They were threatening people too. They were like, we're, due to low sales, this is in trouble of getting canceled, and we no longer will publish it. And that made all the little 12 Vinland Saga fans run out and buy the volumes, and here it is, still going. This manga was about to get canceled from being published in English so many times, and you had so many of these clowns that used to make videos, like the small amount that used to make videos sucking this off back in the day would be like, guys, please, please check out Vinland Saga, give it a chance. They were damn near on their knees, just begging people, please, guys, if you just, even if it's just volume 1, if you can just pick up volume 1, I mean, just give it a chance. They were begging because this was on the chopping block. Kodansha was about to drop it instantly.
I don't know, man. I feel like half of me thinks like this guy is trolling. I mean, he says that only 12 people bought the manga, but for you to continue, you know, a manga and have an anime adaptation, you're gonna have to have more than just 12 people that like this manga. And then he says that, you know, there's a bunch of people that were, you know, advocating for it, telling people to buy it. Look, if you like an anime, you're gonna tell your friends, if you're really enjoying the story, you're gonna share it with as many people as you can. And, you know, I'm kind of just reminded that I feel for the people that were struggling to get the word out for Vinland Saga, because I mean, a lot of you know that, I'm a Christian, so part of what I'm called to do is to talk about Jesus. So, there's plenty of people that don't know Christ, and I'm out there, hey, you should give it a shot. Give it a shot. You're not going to regret it, right? Because of the experience that I've had when I became a Christian, I know that for me it's done a lot of good in my life, and I just want to share with the world. And that's what these guys were doing. They thought that the manga was good, and they were sharing it with people. And he says that, Thorfinn is a boring character. I mean, Thorfinn is probably one of the most complex characters that we've seen in anime in quite a long time. There's so many things that are playing in his mind when it comes to his past and what he's done and where he wants to move forward and what he wants to continue to do with the rest of his life. And, I will give it to him. There are some people that have complained that, season 2 is a little boring, right? And, I mean, I get that. At that point, it's more about storytelling, about Thorfinn really understanding himself. And I mean, a lot of those people that thought that it was boring, I'm sure that they're used to just having action happening all the time in anime. And in this case, like, this manga really just takes his time telling his story of becoming a pacifist. But, the few times where you see action, like that anticipation, where you're like, man, has he lost it? Is he a different Thorfinn? And when you see him come out, fighting and still, being able to move, like, you're like, oh, snap. That Thorfinn that we saw in season 1 is still in season 2. He's just gone through some changes. Like, he can still throw down.
And for some reason, I guess the 12 or 13 people that actually like Vinland Saga ran out and bought the manga, and it hasn't been canceled. I don't know how, because nobody's actually reading this garbage. I mean, who the hell in 2023 have you ever heard say, hey, I'm catching up to Vinland Saga, or I'm caught up to Vinland Saga, I'm reading chapters? Nobody talks about this trash. It's so funny. The sales were abysmal. Could never be Berserk, though. Berserk sales have been steady for years. Berserk was never in the crosshair, never close to getting canceled. But Vinland Saga, can you say the same? Of course not. Not the quality series I read. Could never happen to them.
Oh, this guy could not be more full of himself. That last line. Not the mangas that I read. They've never struggled, getting people to buy the manga. And I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. I mean, some anime, some manga just have a different approach, and it takes longer for people to get into them or to discover, what this anime or this manga is all about. This dude is just, I don't know. He keeps on comparing it to Berserk, and it's just like, how are you gonna compare like Super Saiyan 1 to like Super Saiyan 4? You know what I'm saying? Like, Berserk has been established for so long. I mean, he's really being unfair. I don't think it's a good comparison whatsoever.
And these same people that were running around saying this is peak, the same people that were running around saying this is top tier, they're going to be on to the next series. Because that's what these fake anime fans do. They sit here and type on the keyboards. Okay, new anime. Okay, what can I hype up next? What can I hype up next? A new anime. What can I react to next? Oh my gosh, to get all these losers that watch reaction videos on my channel, what can I react to for my Patreon? What can I do? That's what they do. They literally sit here and try to find the next overrated garbage to react to, pretend that they like. Put a bunch of cheap-ass posters in their backgrounds, a bunch of pop figures on their shelves. Hey, we're a reaction channel now, right? We're so cultured in anime, right? Don't you see the posters? Don't you see the posters and the pop figures in the back? We love anime, even though we just started watching it last week. We love anime. We're totally not doing anime reactions for the clout and the money. We've always loved anime, even though in high school we said anime was trash and only losers watched it. Even though we just started watching anime yesterday, yeah, we love it. And you losers, you gullible losers, fall for this. You guys are clowns, man. Vinland Saga sucks, and if you watch it, you're an idiot.
I feel like here we finally get the reasoning for why this dude is so mad. So it looks like he was into anime in high school, and now he's seeing all of these people that are now getting into anime because it's become a lot more mainstream, because superheroes in today's day and age just sucks. In fact, I think that once these superhero movies came out in theaters, it really got a lot of people to consider superheroes in anime that would have not done so otherwise. And I mean, I grew up with anime myself, and there were just a core group of kids that watched anime in high school. Most of them didn't really care. So you don't see me getting mad or being upset that more people are getting into anime. Like, that's crazy. The more people that get into anime, the more variety that we have in anime, the more people that we're going to be catering to, and the medium in and of itself is just gonna grow. So I don't know. I feel like this guy maybe just, he wanted anime to be like this thing that made him special. Him and his friends were the only ones that watched anime. And now that more and more people are, watching anime, having anime channels, he's upset about it. I don't know. This guy's a clown. Look, I liked Vinland Saga. I'd say definitely watch it. I even enjoyed the Christianity piece because they just do a really good job in portraying the lessons that Thorfinn has learned from the Bible and Jesus about being a pacifist, and he's actually applying it in real life. So I thought it was a great anime, and I can't wait for season 3. So, all right, guys, that's all that I have for you today. And as always, just want to remind you that we must persevere. Peace.